From Midtown, man, we came on air. This New York crowd, they're ready to go as the Giants get set.
Start as we are underway from MetLife.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line. Now the handoff of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come in.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll...
Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And down he goes. The Precious.
Enough takes a start down.
At a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the foot.
Very fickle man.
As a response. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it. They've had some time.
Around the 9-yard line.
Xander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year.
And running room scarce here. He's got a line of scrimmage. No 3rd down. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. A handoff, Barkley running left. Barkley a 1st down and more. The 10 to the 7.
Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Gano now.
Not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And got his man complete. And down to the 20.
Let's go.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Barkley. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Bridgewater on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Gordon on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 7.
To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And it's third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 37 yards.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's a give to Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Baron Browning in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
On 3rd down, Barkley finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
119 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Dexter Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
On first down, Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It past the 30, almost to the 25.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards at a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Giants, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Broncos,